Hey guys, Tarp here, bringing you some Master League action. Playing for today's opponent in the south, we have Luvnest playing as Soviets, who has Armored Assault, going for a double combat engineer tier 2 start, which I don't think I've seen for a very long time, at least in tournament play. And from the north, we have Theodosios as OKW, going for Grand Offensive, also a rare pick. I think this might be the first time I've seen OKW in the tournament. In these two tournaments. This is the second qualifying tournament. And this particular match from the quarterfinals is going to cover the full best of 3. You can see this is Crossroads, but revision to the sector layout and the number of sectors, I believe, right? One less standard territory sector on each side of the map. Crossroads Master League edition. So yeah, Muni's point over here instead of down here. I think I'm missing one point. I believe that's how it works. I'm not entirely sure though. So yeah, Maxim from Luvnest has gone for radio intercept as well. Maybe this is like an OKW specific strategy. Meanwhile, we've got the Kuhwagen out from Theodosios, so tier 1 start from Luvnest would have been pretty strong against that Kubel. But does have the Fusiliers, of course. They do work well against the M3A1. Wire interrupted. Is this building a bit more damage than it is in the vanilla map as well? I think so, right? Maybe this one as well. It's slightly lower health. Okay, so the Maxim camping out on the side at the moment. Combat engineer stalling inside the building for as long as it can. And here we go, Maxim coming across. Kuhwagen did get quite low. Conscripts also a little bit low in health. Oh, the light cover on this side has been crushed maybe by the Kuhwagen. Empires are about to round the corner. Conscript's going to drop very quickly from here. Early retreat. Oh, is there no negative cover here at all anymore? Okay, there was previously negative cover here, right? Interesting. Okay, wire interrupted. Not the best to be wiring against a Kuhwagen. They can just come in here and crush it. Very easy to do. It's normal OKW play though. It's pretty strong since generally the Sturmpire doesn't want to be tied up snipping wire. Incendiary grenades is going to come through, a little bit slow activating it. Gonna get a good chunk of damage though onto Luvnest Maxim. Might even pay to retreat that. He's got no medics yet though, so can't heal that up. So overall a pretty strong start from Theodosios, I'd say. Luvnest Maxim hasn't really played much of a factor so far. You see Theo getting on top of the fuel point, doing some harass.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
And that's always the issue with the Maxim, failing to suppress there. So, 2 conscripts, 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers alongside that Maxim. And now the medics coming online. Theodosios just continuously backing out away from the Maxim, making life very difficult for Luvnest. They're going to flank around the side. Sturmpost going to come in. Going to have to come from a wide angle. Incendiary grenade. No. High explosive from the Fusiliers. Forcing back the conscripts. Squad in the center, though, not really up to much. Sending in to do some capping now. But the flank on the Maxim hangs around and gets the cap. And with 6 models, should be alright against the Skirmishers. I think if I was Theo, I would chase in there, maybe hope to drop a couple more models. G43's popped on this Fusilier squad out the back, but they are quite low still. And very, very, very fast flak half track for Theo. Before 6 minutes, that is a very strong timing. Probably enabled by the Kuhwagen getting such strong territory control for Theo in these early phases. That's a really, really impressive flak half track timing. Oftentimes, you know, in these games we see them closer to 7 minutes. There we go, flak half track inching its way forwards. Luvnest doesn't have a PTRS squad to answer back against this, and still quite far away from any kind of vehicle himself. He's got the tier 3 coming up now, but he doesn't have enough munitions for the quad. Planting a few mines, he's got double flamers, so can't really go for the quad. Might have paid to just cancel this tier 3 and book the Zis instead.
The sector is at risk.
But Theo playing you know, a steady game, not just charging straight in super aggressively. Just getting some territory out on the flank, getting some sandbags down. So maybe Luvnest has time. He's actually going to go for the half track here. Interesting. He's still about 20 munitions off the upgrade. Does have very good munitions income at the moment though, 42.
Half track has been assigned to our forces. We have taken it.
No anti-tank grenades yet for the conscripts. Might be next for Luvnest, or is he going to go for the Zis still? Do we have the Raketin out from Theo on the other side of the map at the moment though?
Standing by.
And indeed, Quad is upgrading. He's putting double flamers in though in the meantime. Maybe going to look for a wipe. The Raketin is on this side, and so is a squad with an anti-tank grenade. Finds the Kubel. No snares nearby though. Luvnest backing out. Upgrade about to pop, so those double combat engineers are about to pop out. And there we go. Good. I think that might have been an attack round. Here come the double flamers, but the G43 and the Skirmishers there to meet it. Not that successful. And the Raketin working on the sandbag as well, so conscripts are going to have a hard time holding onto the ground. Meanwhile, Luvnest trying to go for a cut-off play. And that is a nasty retreat path out to the side, past all these troops. Meanwhile, the flak half track inching its way in over here. The quad, after taking that Raketin shot, can't really contest. It's too low in health. This is looking really strong for Theo right now. He went for a second Raketin as well. That's strange. Maybe he's played against Luvnest and Luvnest goes for double light vehicles at this stage, but apart from that, it's a curious decision to go for a second Raketin right now.
Supply half track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
But we'll see how it works out. Wagon being used in detection mode now. And Theo setting up the triple cap, decapping Luvnest's fuel. It's going to be tough for Luvnest. He has got his Zis out finally. No anti-tank grenades yet though. If he was planning to go for that T70 as well, then that would make sense. Needs the fuel for the T70. Oh, is this the end of the quad? Oh, Theo's slow on the attack round, doesn't even get one through, so the quad does get away. That's a bit of good luck for Luvnest. I think There's a pretty high possibility the quad would go down there. Back after that, getting out though. Also took some damage, and a second Maxim coming in for Luvnest. So yeah, no T-70 it looks like. And the double Maxims are really going to box out Theodosios. Got the tech truck coming out on the far side, going to cover the fuel and the VP, so Luvnest going to get locked out of that area. Detection, going to see all the stuff coming. I'm not sure what Theo's doing. Okay, deactivates, now getting out. The flak gun has upgraded. Do have the quad. Maybe could get shot here. Kuwagen going to provide some sight. Oh, Rakit misses, and the quad rips through the Kubel so quickly there. Flak gun boxing up the double combat engineers though. But yeah, Theo going for that second Raketin, I suppose it is helping against the quad. But it does mean that he doesn't have much of an answer to these double Maxims. And an interesting choice here, going to go for the Obers. Is this missing, connecting with the wall instead of the flak half track? Raketin can't quite get his shot through on the quad. There it goes now. Oh, could get another shot in. He hits retreat. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that. Those are just regular conscripts. Easily that Raketin could have got another shot through there. So, Theo's, you know, I suppose that was kind of like a risk-free way of doing things. I didn't want to risk losing the Raketin to the D crew, but the reward was so great. If he'd knocked out the quad there as well, the double Fusiliers easily could have chased away the conscripts, kept the Raketin safe, I think. So that was a missed opportunity. Obviously coming in from the side. Big bundle grenade coming through. Luvnest quick on the dodge. Oh, avoids any damage. Thought he'd drop maybe 2 models there, but good pack up timing by Luvnest. Saw that one coming. Here comes the Raketin, taking a while to set up. Loses sight. No, he catches it. And there we go. Luvnest pays the price of running around on half health with that quad. Down it goes. And double Maxims blocking out that Ober, but has managed to reconnect the fuel. Knocked out the quad. Now it's Luvnest's turn to get a second anti-tank gun. Knows he's behind in terms of territory control, even though right now he's looking good. To this point he has been behind, so expecting Theo to hit his medium tank shortly. Though we can see the last couple minutes of slowdown has hurt Theo quite a lot. Slowed down his fuel income greatly. It'll still be another 2 minutes before he gets an opportunity to build his medium tank. And in that time Luvnest can close the gap somewhat. Luvnest's priority at this stage probably getting his tier 4 down so he can start getting those 7-man upgrades on these conscripts cooking. Good concussive grenade by the Maxim there inside the building. Oh, manages to get the incendiary grenade off though. I thought he wouldn't have the range for it. Gets the Maxim low in health. Could merge into it. Give it 1 extra healthy model. Flak half track on the cutoff, keeping things safe. Ooh, that's big damage. But the last couple shots do not connect. Senpai's doing their best here, but it's just too many troops.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Should be alright on retreat. Always going with those Fusiliers though. Has made a dash to down here, using the Raketin to do some capping, which is a pretty good idea. Maxim looking for the Obers. Got a Zis barrage coming in for them as well. Fusiliers Fighting from long range here. Maxim facing the other way. And now retreating. Looks like Luvnest going to concede some territory. Maybe worried about getting flanked. Fusilier is about to complete. Trying to kill these sandbags, but killing his own instead. Fusilier is pulling back. They do have really good sight line, which can help you avoid the Maxims. That extra sight range from the G43 package going to be helping greatly at this stage. Back half track backing its way in. We do have the double anti-tank guns nearby. Maxim's pretty good at firing while pinned as well. Quick to switch the focus fire over to the conscripts. Oh! That was an attack round. Cheeky stuff from Luvnest. Beyond max ranger there. Gets some damage in. Get some repairs forced on that. But Theodosios not taking any chances. Oh, or as I say, that he comes back in. Does have a stern post here. They could salvage that wreck and maybe get some repairs going as well. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Almost dead even in terms of VPs, but Theodosios about to take the lead and hitting his medium tank timing first by a good margin. Just maybe considering the T-34-85 himself. Good answer back to the Panzer IV-J, which is a bit of a task for the regular T-34. Tall task. Okay, smoke coming in from Theodosios. Smoke out the Maxims, flak half track inching its way forwards. Here comes the Panzer IV from the side. Upgrading it with the commander as well. It's rather strange. Well, this could be nasty. No. Good cancel last second by Theo. Saw that the retreat was coming through. The grenade would have missed, saving the munitions. He doesn't have a huge munitions bank, so good to save it. Maybe could open up another smoke opportunity. Maxim taking a very long time to suppress. I think that squad could have like dodged backwards slightly out of suppression range and then kept shooting. But yeah, it's going to be tough for Theo up against those double anti-tank guns. Looks like he's going for an infantry support gun now, just try and soften things up a bit. Here we go. Attack rounds. Missing. It was that wreck there kind of blocking shots. So I think it would have survived nonetheless. And the Panzer IV dropping in the artillery. Luvnest dodging that with ease. Theo doesn't have to overextend, just has to drain away those VPs. Looking to set up the triple cap here, so things are looking good. Oh yeah, the Soviet support weapons, they're generally not that vulnerable to just one infantry support gun. Be interesting to see what Theo does from here. Maybe he could consider going for like a second infantry support gun. Maybe team that up with either a Jagdpanzer, or maybe he's going to go for the Tiger. But yeah, generally I feel like one ISG, not enough to knock through those six-man weapon teams of the Soviets. Rat-a-tat-tat Maxim action on that right-hand side. Got a mine there, that could be nasty for Theo. Yep, indeed, his Panzer IV hits that. The 85 coming across where the Raketens, one somewhat nearby, but that's about it. Doubles this are also quite far away though. No, neither of the Raketens, I thought for sure this Raketen would rotate to come and assist. But it looks like Luvnest not really chasing that down too much. Here we go, coming after this flak. Double anti-tank gunshots missing with the attack round attempt. And 85 now on the far side. I think that's a good angle. Rotating from side to side, avoiding anti-tank gunfire. Inching forwards on this side now and pushing through the center with that Maxim. Oh, I missed it. A conscript squad went down. Forgot to activate the overlay. Well, that's a good pickup for Theodosios. Viet won already on that ISG. Hasn't been on the field for long, so it's been getting some good hits and much better performance than I usually see from it. Doesn't pack up the Maxim until quite late. Looking for a lucky P4 hit there. First he's, he's going for those attack rounds. Eventually they're going to pay off. Kind of just shows how much APM or brain power Luvnest has to spare. So it's often, like, especially those kind of shots, one of the last things you go for. But, if you're not feeling particularly taxed, firing them off more frequently can occasionally net you a reward. Luvnest down by over 100 points now at this stage, though. And he must be bleeding pretty hard. It feels like these overs have been ripping in. And they're about to hit Vet 2 now as well. It's going to become even more powerful. 85 coming out to the side. Oh, Raketin missing. Snare incoming. Now the Raketin connecting on the second hit, and that's engine crit now. Just slow down the 85. It looks like Theodosios is saving for that Tiger, getting pretty close to it now as well. Luvnest, as I was saying, has been bleeding a lot of manpower. So he's nowhere near his next vehicle. Close call for that conscript. That's a rebuilt conscript. That's actually wise. Lacking manpower, right? Spent it on the rebuild on the conscript. Big damage onto the double Zist now as well. That's going to be a lot of reinforcements. Right as he could maybe build like an SU-85, which could be quite a nice answer to that Tiger. Take a quick look at the KD here. Rough for Luvnest. Yeah, you do expect Soviets to be behind, but it's that's a tough one. Yeah. But we are at the phase of the game where manpower bleed is not quite as bad with the 7-man conscripts, cheaper reinforcement cost. Not as bad as it is in the early phases. Okay, T-34 coming out to this side. It's not fully repaired though. Got a couple mines coming down for Theodosios as well. This is slightly risky after the early retreat earlier. Comes in for maximum damage. This could be the end of the Raketin. Yep, there we go. Gets decrewed. The Panzer IV coming across. Conscript's going to jump on that really quickly. The artillery dropped on that. We've got the Sturmpires nearby. Artillery's not going to come down in time. And this time Theodosios getting a bit greedy. Going for that second shot. While the T-34-85 was right point blank. And down he goes. It's a curious choice because, it's not going to get the kill on the T-34. I could understand if it was going to be the kill shot. Oh my god! Attack rounds not on the right spot for the second and third and fourth shot. Yeah, curious choice to hang around with that Raketin there, and he pays the ultimate price, turning that over to the Soviets. Now that means Luvnest kind of doesn't need to go for an Su-85, I would say. Could maybe afford to save for his own big boy, the IS-2. Or maybe just go for another T-34-85. I think the Tiger could be on the the IS-2 could be on the cards. Okay, Tiger getting quite aggressive coming through the center here. We've got 3 anti-tank guns on his retreat path. And this is quite a risky play. Hiding behind the building currently, but the T-34-85 getting some lucky pins in. Oh, and attack rounds flying through the building. Coming in now as well. There's a lot of repairs now for Theodosios. Suppression kicking in over here. Theodosios did manage to once again harass this VP and fuel area though. Good hit from the ISG. Be a Zis barrage. Try to clear off the center. Successful, and yeah. Left this capture circle a touch early. Going in for the double anti-tank guns over here. Try to pressure them away. Panzer IV coming in. Don't have to worry about mines on this side. Not sure when he came over here last with the sweepers. Pays not to overdo things, considering triple anti-tank guns were over here just a few seconds ago. Bounce in there. Tiger coming in now as well, back up to full strength. Connecting with the Maxim. Just going for the decapture, taking a lot of damage. Tiger missing though with its main gun. Conscript's able to get the decap going. Tiger's armor holding up. No Vet 3 yet on any of these anti-tank guns, so they don't have their penetration bonus. That's helping the Tiger out quite a lot at the moment. Quite a few bounces. Try and plant a tripwire flare. That's crazy risky. Didn't manage to complete the capture there though. I wasn't expecting that. Luvnest in control of the center at the moment. Got the Maxim there as well. One thing we haven't seen much of from Theodosios so far is the flares from the Fusiliers. I think they could help him avoid some of these team weapon formations of Luvnest. There we go. Theo maybe thinking about getting something going here. Double tanks advancing. Panzer IV at a little bit of a risk there, taking a few hits. Fusiliers crawling their way through. Oh, there we go. Is this decruit? Luvnest calling in the planes now, trying to lock this down, keep things safe. He's got the Raketen coming in now, though, as well. Looks like the Zis is going to get destroyed. Well executed there by Theodosios. Oh! Volksgrenadiers went down. Was that on retreat to the plains? Or maybe over here? I think that was this... Oh, that was a Fusilier squad, right? Must have been his Fusiliers that were on the far side, crawling around, suppressed for a long time. Alright. Well. Pretty good for Luvnest, ultimately, I think. You know, losing the Zis, he already had double anti-tank guns. Gets a highly vetted Fusilier squad. She's going for the rebuild on the Fusilier as well. Luvnest, though, going for a curious choice. I thought maybe he'd switch back over to the Su-85. Going for another T-34-85, though, again. Take a quick look at the KDs once again. Seems like it's actually been quite a lot more even over the last couple minutes since I checked in. Which is bad news for Theodosios. Theodosios an awkward amount of pop cap at the moment. Go for like one more unit. Question is, what is it going to be? How much does the IR searchlight cost actually? 3. So he could probably go for like one more support weapon, either infantry support gun or a kitten, and an IR searchlight. That might not be horrible, honestly. Kitten barrage onto the... I mean, is this barrage onto the Raketen? Is that a combat engineer that just went down to the Obers over there? Wow. Okay, a little bit sloppy from Luvnest. Oh boy, that is the wrong neighborhood for that Panzer IV to be going into. Oh boy. Oh, bounce the killing blow. Lucky break for Theo. Meanwhile, we had some artillery dropped in. Looks like Luvnest dodged away from that with his anti-tank gun.
Ready for action. You're ready. Send orders. Enemy fire.
Tiger taking on the Raketen head on. We get decrewed here. The infantry support gun coming down now as well. It's going to be close. Ooh, he gets it with the main gun. Oh, and the Tiger coming through the center. 85 here on vehicle crew repairs. Can't assist if that Tiger pushed in there. That could have been devastating. But it would have been very risky for Theo to do so without support. So understandable that he did not. And that Panzer IV has been limited in its effectiveness. Still not even Vet 2. The double anti-tank guns have really been shutting it down. And Luvnest lost another conscript. Man, I'm really going to have to get that wipe indicator going for the next match. I apologise for not having it on. Does mean that Luvnest getting in that SU-85 now. That should make life quite difficult for Theodosios with his tanks. Bit of damage in from the Raketen. Panzer IV dropping in the artillery on the Zis. And then capitalize on it, trying to do some damage while it packs up and moves out of there. Unsuccessful though. And the recruit Raketen getting to work is a little bit low in health. ISG has been doing work. It's been sitting in this exact location, blasting away this entire time. Doesn't have to move, I don't think even once, right? Nearly Vet 5 now. But never really, at risk of wiping these team weapons. Maybe combining with the Tiger, it can get something done, but on its own, just slowly chipping away at them. So I think it's going to have to be another Raketen for Theodosios now with that SU-85 on the field. I think he needs a little bit of extra anti-tank. Doesn't really have enough room to go for the Jagdpanzer. It's 15 pop cap, and once he's reinforced these units, it's not going to have even close to that amount available. Maybe if he lost his flak half track, but that still has quite a lot of utility since Luvnest does have those planes available. And it is helping him on the flank as well. So Theodosios, yep, going for a machine gun here. Okay, slightly unexpected. and also going for the final tech truck. I think that's a wise choice. You know, he's pretty much at the pop cap limit. Why not get the mechanized truck, assist with repairs, maybe even open up the opportunity to go for a walking Stuka as well. Would be quite nice against Luvnest's support weapon spam, though it would require him to lose a few units to build. But we're in that kind of match, kind of long, grinding match where the walking Stuka could be quite strong. There's still plenty of VPs on both sides as well. And, you know, it does have a couple of Fusiliers with the flares, could pop them up and get some nasty walking Stuka strikes in. Okay, S-35's repaired up. Luvnest has been using vehicle crew repairs quite a lot. That's where his munitions have been flowing. So that's why he doesn't have enough for the planes again yet. There's a couple shots on the way through there. Tiger rumbling across the other side of the map. Oh, his own mine does him dirty there, and there we go, T-34-85 finishing off the flak half-track. Unfortunate for Theodosios. Well, frees up a bit of room in the pop cap again. Maybe this is where he'll end up going for the next Raketin. Dropping in the artillery from behind the building, clears off the Maxim. Do some damage maybe to the tanks. No, they just get out of there in time. Does manage to get an anti-tank grenade off though with the Fusiliers. Tiger coming in behind this. And a few good hits in. Is this going to be the end of the S-35? No, Tiger missing a crucial shot, now backing away. Oh, T-34 having some pathing issues though, getting caught up here. Oh, but the Raketin missing as well. Close, but no cigar for Theodosios. That could have been the game ender. T-34-85 and S-35 were up for grabs there, but just missing a couple crucial shots. Bit of good fortune for Luvnest ultimately. That could have been maybe the GG maneuver. Advancing, but the Raketin's in a nice angle to shut that down if it does go any further forward. It's got some mines down from Luvnest trying to box out the VP. Hoover's going to try and get the neutralize at least. Could get wiped though by the 85 on retreat. Oh, big hit from the 85. Going to go for the chase. Panzer IV rotating across now. Oh no, 85 decides not to chase him any further, just dropping down the smoke to cover the retreat. Good idea from Theo as well. And the mechanized truck is up. Quite an aggressive positioning on that, right next to the cutoff. Good position, easy repairs coming in. Doesn't have to back away all the way back to base or anything like that. 85 already at Vet 2 now. Got a penetration bonus to help out against that Tiger. Comes the Katyusha. Big damage. Kitten dodging out to the side. Huge damage onto the Tiger meanwhile. Kitten advancing through the center. Connecting. Again. Good amount of damage. Oh, Raketin, close call. The gunner died. Was in a bit of trouble there. T-34-85 advancing. Not too far. Luvnest the one holding on to the VPs at the moment. He did fall behind by about 100 during that window there though. So Theodosios in a nice position. Luvnest does have that consistent bleed tool now that Katyusha can get the decrew on those team weapons, maybe wipe a couple infantry squads. Theodosios now struggling to reinforce. He's very low on manpower. Take another look at the KD. Seems to have maybe Luvnest fallen 10 further behind, but as I was saying, with 7-man conscripts with those Soviet weapon teams, it's probably actually falling behind by 10 is staying even, or maybe even winning. Oh boy, where's this Panzer IV going? Tank rounds are flying, artillery coming down. Artillery so far has been dodged, but this seems to be a little bit slower. Bit of good fortune though for Luvnest. The shells kind of scattered short before scattering long. Might actually pay for Theodosios to try go for one like slightly deeper. I don't know if he had the sight available to do that, but there's a mine right there. Uh-oh. Could be engine crit on the Tiger. But yeah, Theodosios made a slight, Luvnest made a slight mistake with the Raketin by turning it around there. Slowed down how quickly it moved backwards. Oh boy, that Tiger taking a hammering. Is vested high enough? They could use the Blitz now. It did manage to take down the 85. Hanging on by a thread himself. Chusha can't quite finish the job though. Luvnest could make a push through the center. The Raketin has retreated. The Panzer IV not enough to hold off all of this. Luvnest taking it easy. An advance from the side. Daring play there from Theodosios, but it pays dividends. Did manage to knock out the T-3485 and the Tiger survived. Very risky though. That was that was not a risk I'd be wanting to take. As I said, has unlocked the Blitz now, so that's going to help out that Tiger quite a lot. Good flank there from the Fusiliers, forcing off the support weapons. Getting through the center at the moment. So it's the Su-85. So far though, Tiger not taking any damage. Okay, engine crit coming through, but the Raketin just hammering away at that. So much damage coming out of that vetted up Raketin, that's crazy. Got to be the #1 priority for Luvnest. That Katyusha failed to knock it out last barrage, but I'm sure he's going to continue to attempt. Coming through for another shot. Fusiliers low, but looks like they're going to survive. Got a Zis barrage coming in on the Raketin. Has advanced further. Oh boy, big hit from the 85. Could be a decrew opportunity, especially now the sandbags have been destroyed. Close call. Oh, the ISG. Oh, is this going to be the end of the Panzer IV? No. So many close calls going back and forth here. Oh, Tiger coming in. Oh, the pathing, but somehow the 85 is alive. I don't know, to take like an AoE shot. Hanging on by an absolute thread. I'm sure Theo thought he was going to get the kill there. Coming in with the Tiger again. This is risky business. Oh, is this going to be the end? No, the Su-85 backed down too far out of range. The final hit, and the attack round from the Zis also missing again. Another lucky break for Theodosios with that Tiger. I suppose he was due one given Luvnest's lucky break with the 85. Oh my god. Man, when you get in those kind of like armored fights, that has to be the most tense and thrilling times when playing Company of Heroes. I remember back in the early days, during those armor fights, I'd literally be like shaking in my seat, like, oh no. Well, The forays onto this side of the map finally end up backfiring on Theodosios. The 85 claims a scalp there. But I think there was like an extra Fusilier, a rebuilt one. Lower in vet. Before blitzing in, going after the Katyusha, but hits the mine. And that was not a good choice from Theodosios. Panzer IV down. Bad timing as well. He's so strapped for manpower currently. Can't afford to use this popcap room to build anything else. And Luvnest, now at the popcap limit, has a bit of manpower free. Oh, engine crits. Could this be a T-3485 going down on return? He's behind the building as well, so the Su-85 can't fire. And there we go. Oh! So they would have got abandoned if we weren't on the tournament mod. Tiger coming back in for a few hits. The Zis's sightlines either blocked by the building or the smoking wreck of the tank. So he got in there for a bit of extra damage. Luvnest has been spending a lot of his munitions on those vehicle crew repairs, since he only has the one combat engineer. But that is, you know, by doing this strategy with this build, it is allowing Luvnest to squeeze so many units in by constantly using those crew repairs instead of combat engineers. So it does mean he has a huge army. It looks like Theodosios is going to go for the Jagdpanzer, which I think is a pretty good decision. Did also have the option of going for like a second Raketen and maybe the walking Stuka, but that would be very vulnerable to Luvnest Katyusha, so I think this is the right choice. Does have to come in though with a pretty large vet disadvantage, and that's never what you want in those tank destroyer wars. Vet 3 Su-85 already up against the Vet 0 Jagdpanzer.
Jagdpanzer has arrived.
Theodosios willing to invest the time. ISG, absolute house this game. 28 kills, Vet 5. Did have to move it slightly back from its earlier position where it was camped for like a good 20 minutes, but oh, risky stuff from Luvnest. Could take an engine crit here. Katyusha barrage coming down onto the Raketen though, does make things a little bit safer. Tiger coming in, looking to finish the job. This is the Vet 3 T-3485 here. But not enough to kill. That's the difference between, like, you know, the damage from a snare and a regular tank shot. So 85 I think surviving there on 60 health. Tiger just dueling it out with all these tanks in the center. Here comes a Jagdpanzer now though, going to be a good answer to that T-3485. Connecting on its first shot as well. It's a good start to proceedings. Could maybe see a little bit more smoke from Theodosios in the center. That could go quite a long way. Gets the maximum is always here, maybe just like every time before he pushes. Getting some smoke down. Could be pretty effective. Just in terms of VP control, because Theo was 100 points ahead, but now Luvnest almost brought that back to even again. Oh, and that's going to be an engine crit on the Tiger now. Getting in a very aggressive position. Smoke out from Theo though to keep things a bit safer here. Hober's sprinting forwards. That Raketen could get decrewed here. Looks like it disappeared into the smoke quite quickly, so denied the opportunity for the white. They might be able to get about 2 LMG bursts in there, but that wasn't the case.
Command level capabilities ready for deployment.
She's ready to fire again. Smoke in from the plane from Theodosios, not using the ISG for it. Man, look at this center of the map. So many craters. Crazy stuff. Tiger busting through from the side. Making a play, going for the SU-85. Rakitten's there as well, but the Rakitten misses. Luvnest trying to get away here. Rakitten coming forwards. Somewhat predictive Katyusha barrage though. Catches the Rakitten, gets it extremely low. Could go down. Hanging on by a thread, 2 models. Where's the last model? What was that? Did you see that? That Rakitten model was like running the wrong way, then teleported back onto the gun, then just died. That was really unfortunate for Theodosios. That could have been the SU-85 kill if that Rakitten shot had landed. And his Rakitten could have got away there perhaps if it didn't bug out. Instead, Vet 5 Rakitten down. That was Theodosios' secret weapon. I say secret weapon since he was constantly using it from camouflage. Theo does have quite a lot of manpower spare though, so can build something else. What is it going to be? Is it finally going to be that walking Stuka? It's quite a lot later now though, about 20 minutes since I said it was a possibility earlier. 150 VPs just roughly on both sides, so still some time to work with, but going to be the Panther. Okay, he's going to look for the armor overwhelm. Oh, and there we go. Gets the decrew on the Rakitten and kills it off there. Well done by Theodosios. Luvnest hanging around a little bit too long, pushing his luck with that stolen Rakitten, and ends up going down this time. Panzer coming out from cautious movement. Su-85 misses the counter shot. Sprint in for the snare. Yak Panzer hitting Vet 2 now. It's got the bonus health. T-3485 coming through. Yak Panzer backing out. Bouncing a shot from the T-3485. Getting away cleanly, but this is exactly what Theodosios wanted. Yak Panzer now with the bonus health. Makes it so much more formidable in the head-to-head tank destroyer wars. Gives him a massive leg up, even against the Vet 3 Su-85. Now he's got the Panther as well. Luvnest, better hope he's got a whole bunch of mines down. And it looks like he doesn't really. So this could be quite good for Theodosios now. If he can continue to apply that effective pressure with his own armor. This is maybe not the most effective start to things. Panther taking a walloping from that Su-85. And now the Tiger taking the engine crit as well. Oh, this is disastrous. He could even lose the Tiger here if he's a little bit unlucky. This, though, not pressing the issue. Tank destroyer wars. Jagdpanzer missing, knocking out the sandbags. Su-85 firing back. T-3485 coming in from the side. Jagdpanzer firing back. Theodosios now just slowly losing on the VPs. And Luvnest actually has a huge manpower bank. Can build whatever he wants to. He needs to decide what he wants to build, though, honestly. Will be another anti-tank gun. feet. Oh, Jagdpanzer missing. Maybe the Panther can finish the job. No, I think he lost sight of him there. Luvnest just... so risky, these moves. Easily could have lost 2 T-3485s there. Theodosios so close every time, but just not quite getting the results. Has to be so frustrating for him. I'll probably be raging out right now. So many missed, you know, like so many kill shots on the Luvnest armor missed. Or, you know, just, you know, the Panther just losing sight. Stuff like that. Because I believe the Panther with the Panzer Commander has 45 sight, right? Range. And can shoot for 50 range. I believe that is the how it works. Katyusha hammering down out the back. Tiger, 45 kills now. Has been an impressive performer for Theodosios. Pretty good Katyusha barrage now, up to Vet 2 on that. He's got the cooldown bonus, so gonna fire even more frequently. And this is not really going to work out too well for Theodosios. Panzer slightly out of position. There he goes. Vet 3 on that Jagdpanzer now. And able to back out before the S-35 fires a shot in return. So that's a pretty good trade. But now Theodosios ticking under 100. Looks like he's thinking about coming in from a different angle. Maybe coming in from the side. As I was saying, I would like to see some more flare usage from Theodosios. I think that could go a long way. SG reinforced, coming back onto the front lines. Got some smoke coming out, providing some sight as well. Jagdpanzer gonna get a couple cheeky shots in here in the meantime. Panther coming in now as well. Does have the artillery available on that to go for that Panzer Commander. This is returning fire, but missing on the Jagdpanzer. It is a pretty small target size. Do quite often miss on it. Actually, a little bit too far back. Advancing now, though. Comes a Katyusha barrage, maybe going after the machine gun. No, just kind of targeting out the back, but Theodosios retreating into it. Really loses machine gun and runs into it. The Fusiliers, they almost die. Unreal. Tiger coming around the corner looking for some revenge. Oh, is this the move from Theodosios? He's coming in with all of his armor. The Katyusha's back there as well. Thank God for the tournament mod. Would have been another abandoned tank there otherwise. Not on prioritized vehicles with his Tiger. Oh my God, Theodosios, what are you doing, buddy? Coming through, can drop the artillery maybe. Oh, he's already used it. Looking for that 85. Luvnest has called in the IS-2. Oh, and there's a mine there. The Panther clips it just as it was starting to peel off to safety. And the IS-2 coming in, calling to save the day. Heartbreaker for Theodosios. Didn't kill the Katyusha. I think he missed a shot on that. Slight misplay on the Tiger. Didn't have prioritized vehicles on. Gun was, you know, spinning off to the side, trying to shoot at some anti-tank guns or something. Otherwise, I think he could have killed that T-3485 with the Tiger. Maybe the Katyusha as well. Good start to the engagement for Theodosios, but on the tail end, it ends up going horribly wrong for him. Losing his Jagdpanzer and the Panther. Just clipping that mine. If he didn't hit the mine and he got away with the Panther, he'd be in a reasonable position now, but doesn't have enough manpower to build another vehicle. So it could be trouble. And Luvnest, you know, had so much, you know, I think he had close to 1,000 manpower. Have a call on that IS-2 to seal the deal on that Panther. Getting a few good hits in though as it backs out. It does have 50 range, you know, he's high enough in terms of vet, so it does help him get some shots in while staying out of range of the Zis. And without that Su-85 on the field now as well, the Tiger a bit more free to do what it wants to. There goes the machine gun, the Katyusha, finishing the job. Nice 2 and Tiger exchanging there. Theodosios going to try squeezing that Jagdpanzer, but he is really hurting for manpower between the IS-2. Already up to 7 kills. The 85 now coming back out. And the Katyusha applying the bleed, 27 on that. Struggling to reinforce his troops currently. And there goes that heroic infantry support gun, Vet 5. He had a good run. These two using some attack ground action. 50 points left for Theodosios. Ober's on the side, but IS-2 coming across to fight them. Oh, sprint! Anti-tank grenades! Okay, that could be the end of the Su-85. He's bringing the Jagdpanzer now as well. I mean the T-34-85. The Zis is back there though in a reasonable position. Jagdpanzer advancing. Tiger lining up on the Zis. The squad getting very low. Jagdpanzer getting a few good hits in on the T-34-85. Tiger now under fire from the IS-2 as well. One more shot required to finish off the T-34-85. Tiger backing away. There goes that. No snaring squads available for Luvnest to get the engine crit off. And there goes one for Theodosios sprinting in. Getting the engine damage. Tiger coming in for a couple more shots, and the Jagdpanzer backing away. The problem for Theodosios is the victory points. That was a well-executed maneuver, but by the time he reinforces and repairs back up, he's already pretty much going to be dead on VPs. Katyusha barrage into the base. 2 squads back there, extremely low. They do dodge away from danger. Su-85 rebuild from Luvnest. Trying to use the vehicle repairs. Ober's getting here with the smoke. The Pintle gunner can still fire, I think. Just taking a shot and missing at the Jagdpanzer. Missing again with attack ground, I think it was. Jagdpanzer coming in for some attack grounds on the IS-2 in the smoke, but bouncing. So I think the IS-2 is going to be able to complete repairs here. Oh, bounces again! The vehicle crew repairs going unpunished. Jagdpanzer getting out of there in the nick of time. Bounces 3 times in a row. Jagdpanzer has the worst penetration of all of the tank destroyers though. Kind of on par with the Stug instead of the Su-85 Firefly and Coat. And there is the rebuilt. Oh, the Tiger just diving in. Theodosios knows he's so low on VPs. Has to go for something, but his goose is cooked. GG. Ooh, that was a crazy match. Such a close one. Nail-biter and a heartbreaker for Theodosios. He had the match in his grasp. He was playing so well with that Tiger. But that last push didn't quite work out. I think he missed a shot on the Katyusha at one stage. Missed a kill shot on Su-85s and T-34-85s probably like 5 or 6 times, maybe even more throughout this match. And they could have made all the difference. But yeah, slight misplay from Theodosios with that Tiger on that attack. Not on prioritized vehicles, wasting a few shots on infantry, getting the turret facing the wrong direction. Could have gone quite a lot more cleanly. Oh, it was a game of millimeters, this one, and Luvnest able to edge this one out on top. Well done by Theodosios, though. Nice to see some OKW for a change, and nearly having success with it as well. But that late game Soviet, with those 6-man weapon teams, so hard to wipe. Conscripts, so little bleed, so efficient in the late game, able to seal this one out. GG.